Here we go again. According to other witnesses, TOA tools do not work well when the TOA is not wearing a mask. And so that scene isn't very realistic. That's obviously a lot easier in the alpha than it is in the beta. A lot easier. Yeah, imagine if you made this noise every time you landed off a jump. That would be like the Midas touch, except not quite as bad. Missed me. I thought this would go to the element of melting, but apparently, well, I don't see it. Okay. Okay, there's a checkpoint here. So apparently these platforms lead to nowhere. I thought that some of them would lead to the element of melting. But I guess I was wrong, as far as I know. The element of melting doesn't do anything. It's just a... well, I know in the beta it's just a side quest. It's just a quest for extra pickups. Well, I tried. And that was somewhere else too, because it made it onto BS1 before this game was discovered. Or this dialogue was discovered. Yeah, the lack of anti-aliasing is causing me to see tokens through things tantalizingly, but there seems to be no way to get to said tokens. I don't know why they omitted these huts in the beta, because without the huts there's nowhere for the Matoran to live, so the area starts to make a lot less sense. Let's see if Nuju's hut will crash me. Okay, Nuju has no dialogue, which would make sense if it weren't that every other Turaga also has no dialogue, except for Whenua, at least so far. Now, if I remember correctly, some of these doors do not work in the alpha. I don't know which ones don't. Here goes nothing. This one worked. Okay. Don't want to jump ahead there. That's what I did when I played the beta. I missed a lot of tokens because I went across the top there and just kept going and didn't realize I missed an area along the way that had 6 tokens in it. So then when I got to the end of the level, I didn't have enough tokens to open the boss door and I had to go to the entire level all over again. Well, not the entire level, but from the village forward all over again. The village to the shrine, that is. Okay, so I went yellow. Let's try red. Okay, that just circles me back. I literally did not see the pit. Okay, turning up my screen brightness helps. By the way, that has nothing to do with recording. That's on just what I see. But that's still pretty camouflaged. I don't think that's an actual pit, that's just a mistake in the 3D modeling right there. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, that's the end part. We'll go there at the end when it's time to be there. I see it this time. Does that just loop back? Yeah, I guess it just goes in a circle. Okay, that's a bad spawn because if you backtrack, you end up here, right? So it's like if you go different directions through that portal, you end up at different places. Okay, so let's go to the end. So the mapping of the doors is a little bit dumb and not realistic here. But at least the doors aren't broken. In the original files, the doors are broken. And there was a through path, so you could get through here if you avoided all the broken doors, but you wouldn't know by looking at them which ones were broken and which ones weren't. Okay, I forgot how this works. Is this a Picari thing? Yes, it is. So that's a bit obscure. Okay, so in the original files of the alpha, there was a cutscene that played when you picked up the... Oh goodness, the Matatu. I think I remember what it's called this time. And that cutscene would crash. And notice they just cut the cutscene out to fix that. I mean, the cutscene would play... It wouldn't really crash, just the cutscene would play on repeat for an eternity. Okay, there's apparently the block you push at the beginning, you're supposed to be able to use the Matatu on it, I believe. Okay, you can't use the Bakari on it anymore. It doesn't do anything, of course. Last time I checked, the Matatu did not function in the alpha at all. I don't know if that even can be fixed, because I don't know if the resources for the Matatu to work even exist. But the block you usually move with the Matatu I don't see here. And if it is supposed to be the block you push at the beginning, well, the Matatu does not work on it. So you put a block on that button, just like they planned to implement in the beta, and succeeded in doing so. And then you just jump across. It doesn't make sense, because Kopaka says, no, I am not the Makuta, right? So she must know of Kapura's dialogue with other Toa. But yet he still asks Kapura if he has met other Toa. Like, only Pohatu would have told him, well, Pohatu would have told him, I met this Matoran named Kapura and he said this to me. And he looks like this. That would have been... oh, whatever. So, I can't open this door because I have to use telekinesis to press this button to open this door, and there's no telekinesis in the alpha. So, the only way to get through here is to cheat, and thus, I cheat. Watch the beta, watch somebody play the beta to see a demonstration on how that is done. Okay, so in this alpha build, it looks like there has been more progress into the development of the platforms through this area. That being said, this is probably supposed to move up somehow, and there doesn't seem to be a mechanism that allows for its motion. So, I'm kind of stuck. There's also evidence that perhaps some of these platforms weren't supposed to be visible unless you used the Akaku, but you don't have the Akaku by the time you get to this area. So that kind of makes no sense. In the beta, they put grapple points in here. In the alpha, Kopaka does not have a grapple hook, so there are no grapple points, and there is no evidence that they plan to give Kopaka a grapple hook in the future. So I don't know how these platforms are supposed to work. I presume they were supposed to move. I assume they were to move back and forth, you know, kind of like classical platformer game mechanics. And I ran out of juice. So, but it's not over for me because these gaps are much smaller than they were in the beta, and so you don't actually need the Kakama to jump them, which is good. Okay, I don't know how this was supposed to work. Did we actually accidentally go in an exit? Oh well, I'll never know. It appears you can walk on the terrain below. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to, though. Sometimes it looks like that, but it's supposed to be death down there, and it just doesn't look like death. Okay, it's death. That should be black instead of ground colored. So the only way forward is through this door, which I don't see any evidence of a puzzle that I should solve to go through it, so I'll just cheat. Okay, so that's a one-way jump. I'll pass that up and come back to it later, if prompted. Okay. There's a Matoran that talks about this area in the beta, in the village, but then the area is cut from the beta. An upgrade to what exactly, right? He didn't have an energy ball in the first place. No one but Anua has their original energy ball, but yet you can find upgrades to their energy balls. Okay, before I jump down to the lower level, I'll check and make sure there isn't a something more to the upper level. Yeesh. Nope, so that just led to the lower level without having to jump down. Okay. But it gave me some tokens. Okay. There is some of evidence of a puzzle to unlocking this door. Nope, it's not a Picari push this time. Okay. Well, I don't remember any way to get through this, so I'm just gonna... With fear and trembling, use it being the alpha as an excuse. and a something to cite for plausibility that there is no way through that door in the alpha's current state. So there's 2 impassable doors there. For some reason, Kopaka is riding on Tahu's lava board. And the weight of the reality that there has been 0 background music through this entire playthrough is starting to become a thing. I don't know if there's supposed to be music. It hasn't been working at all the entire level. Which is kind of nice, because in Pohatu's level, the background music always drowns out my voice. I adjust my voice volume such that it's balanced with the background music in Anua's level, and then Pohatu's level comes along and messes it all up. And I don't compensate for it because I forget to. Okay, here we have the telekinesis puzzle, which in my beta playthrough I cheesed by clipping through a wall, and I didn't have to cheese by clipping through a wall, and so, well, that was not good quality content. So the Matatu cannot grab the block in the alpha like it can in the beta, but I can put the block. You put the block on these buttons, and putting the block on these buttons causes different platforms to deploy or come out from the wall so that you can jump on them. You put the block on the first button, and that allows you to get to, I believe, the 5th platform. It allows you to get to that one right there. But you skip the white ones, and then you can move the block to the 3rd button, which then allows you to finish the puzzle. So you can do it in 2 steps. Yes, in the beta I didn't realize you can move the block while standing on the 5th platform. I just couldn't see the block while standing on the 5th platform. If I don't see the blocks I should be able to see. The lack of energy pickups in this area I also would consider a bug, because in order to complete the telekinesis puzzle, you need to have energy to use the Mask of Telekinesis. So the lack of energy makes the area impassable ordinarily. Nope, that jump is too far. Okay. So, because I cannot use the Mask of Telekinesis in the alpha because it doesn't work, because that jump is too far, the anti-aliasing is not working, so I can't see those stubs jutting out there. I'm out of energy. There's no death in this area, so you can't replenish your energy by means of death. So I am stuck and have to use the debug menu to progress one way or the other. So I'll try non-surgical options first. I'll just try to guess and see if I can hit the stubs. No, I can't. Okay. Then I'll try surgical options. Yes, if you're looking up, you have to press the down key to go up. The debug menu controls are inverted in weird ways. Then you put the mask of telekinesis on this button to open a door over there. These actually do have collision, unlike in the beta and in other rooms in the alpha. But again, you can't hit that button because the mask of telekinesis doesn't work, so I cheat. And then I try to use this button. This button also doesn't work, but what it's supposed to do is open a door that allows me to exit the area. Yeah, I wonder if the music doesn't work every time or just, like, sometimes. Kind of like the anti-aliasing doesn't work sometimes. Oh, it did. The button did work. Oh, something did work in here. Okay. Oh, this is the alpha version of Crossroads. This is a weird spawn point. So this goes back up to the village. Let's see what happens here. That might have been patched in. The spawn point might have been changed by the Beaver House because something didn't work in this area that made it so you couldn't get through the intended way. I'm gonna check up here though. Yeah, this route was deleted in the beta. Yeah, I don't see the beta spawn point. Doesn't appear to be above me. That's curious. Anyway. And that's another location. Oh no. Well, here we go. Oh no, it didn't even load right. This is gonna be bad. Oh wait, the rocks don't even work. Oh, okay, so I don't have to worry about it. My sphere also doesn't work. So nothing is working right. The only thing working right is that the door is slowly opening, and I am glad that that's working right because I can pass this area. Okay, so where that other door and cross went, I don't know. I didn't need to go in there because I got to the shrine somehow. Still no dialogue. But I can interrupt his movement pattern. No crashes yet, that's good. Doing a lot better than Galley's level. I'll give this the benefit of the doubt and claim it's the back end of something. Hopefully that's what's actually the case. This is another example of areas being excessively big in the alpha, requiring an excessive amount of walking. However, I will admit this area is kind of big in the beta also. This may be the way I came in. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, this is the maze. Okay. Which way should I go first? Is there a way to the right? That I can't see because the anti-aliasing is not working. No, it appears there's no way over here. So I have top left, top center, bottom left, bottom right, bottom far right. Okay, I'll call that one bottom center. That doesn't appear to be in any other bottoms. I'll try the one that's right in front of me, the top center first. And I would hug left, because I usually hug left, but I'll hug right this time because I know that there's no other top door on the right. Okay. Hugging right, this area is marked with green. That's supposed to help me. This technique works really well in mazes where it does not have closed loops. Okay, this is blue. Continuing to hug right. If you have closed loops, then the maze is just way harder. That's how you stump me. So that was a closed loop. So, don't like closed loops. So let's go right again. Well, let's go right again anyway. So that was the green. Let's go there too. Okay. So we tried the first right. Let's go to the second right. Or just the second one from the right. Okay, this is the red. So this goes to, oh, the glyph chamber. Can I get the energy ball to work on these things? No, Kopaka's energy ball does not work. Okay. Let's go to the right. Well, solve that one. I probably missed quite a few tokens in that maze, though. Maybe you don't jump. Okay, now, it used to crash here. It always crashed when you tried to walk on the left side of this ice path. Well, it crashed this time. Okay, so it most definitely crashed, and it crashed very catastrophically. I had to learn, by trial and error, that the hotkey for in task while in the task manager is delete. Which is pretty intuitive, but I had to pull the process somehow without access to my mouse. That's pretty brutal. Okay, so don't try to walk on the pathway from the left end, or you'll end up in a world of hurt. So I'm going to jump off to avoid that. Good. Okay, do I have the glyphs now? No, I don't. However, I already went through the effort to get them, so I would be so happy about having to do that all over again to re-get the glyphs. Again, it seems like a back end. There's no sprint in this game. This is as fast as the character can go. Which in real life is actually kind of fast. Like, imagine running fast enough that the senior end would go by you at this rate. That's pretty fast. If I already went here, oh well. No, I didn't. Okay. So, this is the Ikaku part. Again, like in the beta, you can cheese it using the Kakama. Even more so and even more effectively. Okay. I don't have the Ikaku for some reason. Okay. Well, I got the Ikaku. So I'm not cheating by doing this because I'm cheating, but it's not deep cheating because I don't know. It's some sort of, it's justified because I got it. Okay. Doesn't look like there's any way to backtrack. Oh, there is, okay. Oh, how wonderful. Okay, so the only thing at the far platform is tokens, which I showed in the beta you do not need in order to get to the boss door, since I never got those tokens. However, the supply of tokens was pretty low, so the first time I tried the boss door, I couldn't get to it. Also in the beta, the last jump in the series is oddly long, but in the alpha, they weren't so cruel. So they just let you do it. And you don't need that platform to go back, so you don't have it. Kind of clever how, like, when you go up, every other platform is destroyed. And then when you go back down, because you're going down, you don't need those platforms. Yay, so a lot easier in the alpha than the beta. Oh no. The crash walls don't work. Well, this will be... a mess. This is a lot harder in the alpha than the beta, because the walls do not break. Actually, I think in the beta they don't even have walls here. There's areas with walls that break, but this is not. They took out the walls in this one, and then made it really fast. And then the Beaver House decided it was a mistake how fast it was, so they made it still fast, but slightly slower. Also, it's in a different place in the sequence in the beta. Now you might be thinking, well, why aren't you skipping this with the debug menu? Because clearly it's not working how it's supposed to. To which I say, yeah, but like, you can still do it though. Right? Whoops. Don't do that. Ah. Oh, I forgot not to go this way. Oh no. Come on, give me it. Yes. Ah! Brief moment of celebration followed by moment of defeat. Get it! Yes! Need more jumps. I'm thinking right side's best for that second one. Okay, not this way. Nope. Not like that. Okay. Turn around and... On another positive note, I've died several times and not crashed upon dying. That happens, there was an iteration of the beta where you would crash often upon dying in this area. So, the alpha is doing better than the beta in that sense at this juncture. Why do I always go up to tall end? The tall end does not work. You may be thinking sometime he's going to get that token. Okay. Okay. Gah. Further than last time. Okay, I'll try it. No, I won't. Good decision. No, no. the decision comes in. Should I edit out failed attempts? And I usually don't. However, I did edit out failed attempts at some bosses in the alpha, so I'm not completely and utterly opposed to the concept. But like the failed attempts are part of it, right? It's part of like the story of this, whatever this is. Okay, so this doesn't bust. I might just take a death here. Yeah. So avoid the left side. Okay, we're on the left side. That's not good. Go right. Pulled that off. One more jump. Boom. Now it's only that far end of this that crashes, right? So I can walk along this bridge. I just don't want to go all the way to the other side. Then the same crash that happened before will happen again. Okay, so which glyph was that? That was the make it snow glyph. So the upgrade to the sphere and the shielding glyph I lost. But I have my original sphere now, which doesn't work. And they don't give you at the beginning of the level for some reason. And they should. So I'm just going to, because I got those glyphs, they just didn't load when I reloaded from save. I'm going to just give me the rest of them. Now I don't know how many tokens I have. Let's see if I have enough tokens to open the boss door. Whichever one of these is the boss door. Oh, okay, it went right to it. Huh. So it doesn't open. That could be because of a bug, or it could also just be because I don't have enough tokens. However, it's not giving me like a warning, like you need so many tokens to open this door, it's just not opening. So let me see here. Go down to tokens. I'm just going to briefly hit the home button as briefly as I possibly can. So 67 tokens. That probably should have been enough to open the door. I hit the home button briefly for that to show up. That added some tokens. So it's probably only 60 tokens before I did that. But let me keep adding tokens and see if by adding a bajillion tokens, eventually the door will open. Continue. No, 240 tokens and it... Huh. So that means I didn't have enough tokens. Well, great. I could get more tokens in the shrine areas. There's no way to backtrack to the village in the alpha, though. So I'm just gonna go through, I guess. I just cheated. Because that's like... I was just hoping adding more tokens wouldn't work. Now it did work. Now it's like, oh, you just cheated the door. Oh wow, the jumping isn't aimed very well. Get on the boss. It's a bit of a pre-challenge for the boss. You gotta get into the boss.